Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the S33 Wildcard games. The first round of our playoffs here today. Going to see who is making it to the conference championships and become one step closer to our S33 Ultimate Champions. First game we are having the SFC Wildcard. Austin Copperheads out going to Orange County to take on the Otters. Otters finally resurging back to the playoffs after having a nasty 5 seasons in a bit of turmoil, as Austin started to fall off compared to their last seasons. Who will win? Well, let's get the game going and see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is our first game finish. Orange County Otters are going to take another step forward, taking home 16 points to 20 victory in their favour. Go ahead over to the box scores and we can see offensive player of the game, Bailey Cowabunga, defensive player of the game, Leonardo McTurtle. Started off pretty even. Austin's first points coming via a safety, picking up 2 touchdowns in the late second and third quarter, but that fourth quarter touchdown with 8 minutes on the clock sealed the deal for Occo. Both quarterbacks having relatively quiet games. Tron Carter as a rookie taking a step forward with 82% completion. Very solid with only the 1 touchdown and incoming the way of Daytona. Running game, Zoe Watts dominant with a 6.4 average. Goat Tank Jr. though, 31 attempts, really pounding the rock hard there. Receivers, you see Cowabunga and why he got that offensive player of the game despite being on a losing team, averaging over 20 yards with a touchdown. Whilst the touchdown for Occo goes to Wes Konlindenkov. Kicking, Dallas Dole misses a 40 to 49 yarder, which doesn't turn out to cost them in the end. Punting very similar. Kick returns, not too much to go around. Go Tank Jr. doing a nice kick return there at 40 yards. Defense, what do we see? Side of Occo. Richard Leaking picking up 2 PDs and 2 PDs also coming in for the Schwarzer, the captain. Austin, 10 tackles for O'Leary with a PD and 2 tackles for loss for Tyler Montaigne. Even in his old age, he's still proving that he would be strong, but unfortunately no Ultimus ring will be coming for him this season, as that is going to see an Orange County v Arizona matchup. Will Orange County be able to pass what has been one of the most supreme teams in this modern season and era? We'll have to find out on Wednesday. But that brings us to the second game. 2 teams all looking for redemption. Chicago coming in 10-6 as the 3rd seed. They missed the playoff game in S33, but they were in the playoffs S31. But they have not made a single Ultimus game. They're the only team to have that stat. So they'll be hoping to change that to the Baltimore Hawks, who have not made a playoff appearance for close to 10 seasons, where they eventually lost in the conference championship to Yellowknife. That is the longest current playoff drought, and it has finally changed course for them. Will this be their season? Only one way to find out. there we have it, folks. Baltimore in their first playoff appearance in almost 10 seasons get the job done. Just don't worry about that overtime thing because that is incorrect. We'll head over to the box score. The Hawks picking up a 9-point victory here. Offensive player of the game goes to their quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo Jr. Also defensive player of the game, strong safety Tremendous Johnson. A huge second quarter with 17 points put them squarely ahead. And from that point forward, a few field goals made by Davey Down Bad gets the job done for Baltimore. And will leave Chicago outside looking in. Rookie quarterback Oles Jr. just like Garoppolo, having pretty quiet games. Both only the one in and one touchdown between them, both at around the 60% completion. It was definitely a good run game coming out of Baltimore. Dante King with a 7.5 average, whilst Garoppolo and Goose both rushing for a touchdown each, with Hayes getting his touchdown. Receivers Madison Hayes 2 catches for 75 yards for 37.5 average. Baltimore side, very mundane numbers. Quick having the most receptions with 7 for 57 yards, but best average goes to Parker, the 16.5. David Downbad did miss a 50-plus yard field goal attempt. Tate went perfect, but it didn't mean much, even though Tate with almost a 10-yard plus better average punting. Just funny, Baltimore actually had no kick returns. Special teams for Chicago putting up some great numbers. 4 returns for 105 yards. That is 115 yards. Very impressive effort there. Almost just under 30 average. That brings us to the defense. Baltimore, the winners of the game here on the right-hand side. Big game coming in for Sheriff Woody with 6 tackles, a tackle for loss, and 2 sacks. But all the praise you're probably going to see from Rennie Clark. 3 PDs, an int, and 5 tackles. Whilst Johnson, defensive player of the game, getting 2 forced fumbles and recoveries to go with his sack. On the side of the defeated team, Chicago, we have 2 PDs coming in for He Hate Me pick 6, whilst the Dexter Hall, I believe that is. Yes, gets a sack, tackle for loss, and 8 tackles. Pick 6 also being the person who gets to force a fumble. We get to see some O-line fair rubs coming through. In a big day for Baltimore, they have made the playoffs and they also progress to be facing the 12-4 Sarasota Sailfish, which is going to be the conclusion of this stream. As this ends, make sure to go check out, I believe, in the general server Discord. You can go find the DSFL action for week 14. There is still seeding for the playoffs to be determined. So make sure to tune in. I am being Darkness Rider, and this is your stream. And join us on Wednesday and we get to see who will make the ultimate